and welcome to the Scrap Hoarders Birthday Collaboration Series. For our 3-week period, we are bringing you different ways to use your scraps. I'm sure you're like me and have tons of scraps from all your card making and other paper crafting projects. And this week we're going to show you how to use all those scraps to make tags and favours. And next Saturday we will be doing cards and gifts. Some of the presenters might be offering prizes on their channels, so be sure to pay attention for details. At the end of the 3 weeks, we will have 3 grand prize winners drawn from those that watched and commented on all the village videos each week. The grand prize drawings are open internationally, so do check the description box below for details. Let's get down onto the craft table and let me show you my tags created using scraps. I'm a Stampin Up demonstrator in the UK and I'm going to be using Stampin Up products throughout my presentation. I will be featuring the lovely labels punch, and there are 6 different styles and sizes. So there's 2 designs and 3 sizes of this one and 3 of this one, and they all start with pieces of card that measure 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch to slide down the tracks. The Pattern Party 12 inch by 12 inch designer series papers that are available for free as a hostess reward. This is a bumper pack of 48 sheets, and I like to cut them down into a selection of 6 by 6 papers to gift to my customers. So I have a wide selection of the patterns here, nice bright colours, and on the reverse we have the black and whites. Here are some pieces of some of the designer series papers I have left, and also the box that I put all my pieces left over in. So these are all sorts of little strips, and you'll see from the tags that I'm making today that these all come in handy, so none of it gets thrown away. When stamping and layering and creating projects, I seem to always end up with a vast supply of the white cardstock, both thick and standard. And so I cut these into 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch and 1/2 inch pieces by half the width of my cardstock. So that's 10.5 centimeters or 4 inches. And these will all fit down the tracks here for my lovely labels punch. So from my box of tricks in here and my pieces of paper and card, I have taken some of my strips and already stuck those onto my panels. Now I'm not wasting it at the top here, I'm making it just short of the top, and I've stuck these onto the base tag. So these have on the white, I've got a layer of black to make it pop, and this is just the black and white and the colours. Next I have another piece of scrap black card that I've scored down the middle. Now this is going to act as my piece of card to go on here, and then I will cut this off at the various widths. So I have 3 here at 1 inch and 1 at 3/4 of an inch.
You can bet it doesn't matter where you go. You find a friend who does just what they love and lets it show.
So now we have 3 pieces for the 1 inch and 1 for the 3/4. With our Tombow multi-purpose adhesive, I've just coated both of those, and then it gives us a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that it's nice and securely fastened in the centre. And sometimes I like to grab a bone folder and just smooth those down. So that's the second one done. With the last one, because it's going to end up with black on black, I'm going to show you another little tip. I have used some of my Stitch So Sweetly dies and used the frames. So the frames have got a stitched edge and a scallop edge on there. So here we have the shape that's cut out of the middle, and I always take this out of a matte layer for another card. And then with this piece here, I can take my mini guillotine and I can take off those edges.
You can do most anything, so just do what you
So this is another scrap that can go in the box for another project. And here I have 4 pieces that I can use. I can apply the Tombow adhesive along one edge and then take one of my pieces, making sure that the ends of the scallops will be symmetrical, and that will adhere there. And now I can do the same with this and adhere both of those down. It's stuck to my fingers. Attaching that into my folded piece of card, and again making sure that they fit nicely and snug. Just bone folded that edge, like so. And then I'll take my snips and trim off those end pieces. So that gives us a nice little edge on there. And if you want some more edges on any of these ones, you can actually have the stitching going outwards, or you could have it coming along the edge here like the other ones did.
And built a family. We've grown strong together, you know it's all because everybody plays a part in doing what we love. You can bet it doesn't matter where you go.
Now I'm going to use my detailed trio punch, and I'm going to use the little ribbon hole on the side here. So this has a straight edge here and a marker on the end here to make sure that you get it lined up straight.
Live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of, what we love, what we do.
I have 3 different birthday stamps on my craft table today for our birthday themed hop. The first one here nearest to me is from Art Gallery by Stampin Up. This one is from Handsomely Suited, and this one is from our Pansy Patch stamp set. So I'm going to stamp some of these using my Memento black ink.
It's more than just a card you see. It's part of you, a part of me. It's creativity. You can do most anything. So just do what you love.
This one will be punched with our dual oval punch. A great one for using with scraps. And this one will probably fit too. And this one I will trim down.
Today, what we love, what we do, makes the difference in me and you. 30 years of inspiration.
So my first tag, I'm going to bring on one of my die cuts. There is a dot for the eye. So I'm going to bring on my silicone mat. And place a puddle of Tombow adhesive with a tiny piece of sponge, and on the reverse, holding it with my tweezers, on the reverse I'm just dotting the adhesive over here. It will save getting lots of thick glue where I don't require it. Just turn that round, and I'm going to attach this on here. I'm popping it in the centre and just leaving it as a friend. Next I have my Take Your Pick tool, and removing the lid I have some putty on the end here, and I will pick up, place a dot of Tombow where my eye will go, a tiny dot, and then I will pick this one up with my Take Your Pick tool and place that in position. So there is one of my tags finished.
All these years of inspiration and love. Oh,
like so, and that one is finished. I have a thinner sentiment here. I'm going to trim this down a little bit smaller. However, when placing this in my guillotine, I need to have a bigger piece to hold it in my guillotine. So just minding my glue. In fact, I've finished with that one, I think. So by placing this onto a post-it note, I have an extra handle here to get hold of to move it around.
You know, it's what you're dreaming of. It's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live, what we say. Stampin' Up and it's always.
And peel that off, and this post-it note can be used again. I think this one could go on flat onto the sentiment, so I will put some Tombow adhesive down the middle. So, and there's a third one. And lastly, we will have this sentiment here. With this type of sentiment, if you wanted to just put happy birthday, you could take some snips and snip down either side of the birthday greeting. So you have the white background, you're cutting down the middle between the words, and then we can top and tail the ends so that you have the same gap at either side. And that could be a birthday greeting like so. And then this one you have was a happy birthday to you. But working with smaller pieces, if you didn't want to use those, you could actually snip that down. And now snip up the other side. And then take off the H. Oops. So this could be in two pieces like so. And you can do this with all sorts of stamps, and you can split your greetings. All of these. Just needed something else with it, and I think I'm going to use this one, save this one back in my box for another tag later. And it shows you the scallop oval from the outside here, punched in one of my little pieces here. Again, these are all scraps, just kept in a little dish on my desk. So now I've brought back all my final pieces, and I'm going to add some bling.
You know, it's what you're dreaming of. It's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live, what we say. It's Stampin' Up and it's our way to love, live and share it today. What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. 30 years of inspiration and love.
Before I do the last one, I've just remembered I've left out one step, and the lovely labels punch that I was going to show you. I'm going to be using this track here, so we will do each one of those in turn to shape the bottom of the track. So in here, it comes down the track nice and flat.
We're gonna love, live and share it today. We're gonna love, live and share it today.
I hope you've enjoyed seeing my various tags created using some of my scraps. together with an assortment of punches, dies and sentiments. Thanks for joining us in our Scrap Hoarders Birthday collaboration series. Remember to check the description below for the link to the next person in our birthday hop and for details of the grand prize draw by commenting on all videos for all 3 weeks. I look forward to welcoming you back here on my channel next Saturday with details of our cards and gifts created with scraps. If this is your first time visiting our channels, we would love you to click the like and the subscribe button so that you can be notified of next week's third in our series hop, together with any other videos as we release them. My contact details will be at the end of the video and in the description below, and I look forward to seeing you here again soon. Bye for now.